What's going on, guys? This is your channel TFD, and we are back with another video. This time, we're taking it all the way to Chicago because assistant coach Tyler Marsh just broke his silence on the benching of Angel Reese. Let's get into it. Let's go. Now listen, nobody saw this coming. The Chicago Sky are absolutely falling apart. This team looks straight up lost out there. I mean, bro, they just got smacked again, and this time it was the Phoenix Mercury doing the damage. Phoenix came out and handed Chicago an absolute beatdown. And you already know, Tyler Marsh is starting to catch heat for this mess. But honestly, I'm not just blaming the coaching staff. This falls squarely on the players too, especially the so-called leader of this squad, Angel Reese. Man, she has been flat out awful. I'm just keeping it real. Her performances lately? Horrendous. Today, Tyler Marsh had to make the tough call. He benched Angel Reese. Sat her down like, yo, you're not above this team. Something is seriously off with this squad. There's no rhythm, no energy, and zero effort on either side of the ball. Offensively, weak. Defensively, non-existent. They can't stop anybody. At this point, man, say it with me, this season is cooked. It's over. Done. And low-key, maybe Teresa Weatherspoon wasn't the problem after all. Because at least under her, the Sky had some fight. They had a shot at sneaking into the playoffs. Right now, they couldn't beat a high school JV team. But don't take my word for it. Check out what Tyler Marsh had to say about the situation. Roll the footage.
Hey, did you see the press coming? And I guess I'll start with that. Yeah, did you see the press coming?
Yes, we did. We didn't handle it well early. They got out of it. In the second half, they ran out of it. But yes, we were aware.
And then you guys spent the week working on handling pressure, and then this game was tough. I guess, how did you feel about it?
Yeah, I think sometimes handling pressure is mental as much as it is physical, and we didn't do it consistently enough tonight. Another 20+ turnover game, which is tough to win when you add that with giving up 2 30-point quarters to a team as good as Phoenix. It makes it tough.
Go to Brian, front row.
Coach, I just want to make sure it's also just the actions with AT and Macomb. Obviously, the three-point shooting was pretty effective for Phoenix today. I just want to get your thoughts.
Yeah, I thought that we struggle staying connected to their shooters. They're a team that wants to get up a ton of threes. We knew that going into it. I thought that we lost connection to them way too often, and we talked about overhelping on their drives, and AT was still able to draw defenders and kick out, and they knocked them down. And so when you get down in that type of hole, our team isn't built to come back from those types of deficits. And so we can't put ourselves in that big of a hole that early. I thought that the group did play the whole fourth and closed out in the third. It continued to fight, but just overall, we gotta have a better approach.
Harley the name.
Coach, the team all season, when you guys has been turnovers and then perimeter defense, at what point does there need to be some type of change, either from a roster standpoint or in how you guys approach game planning and mindsets?
Yeah, I think it's something that we continue to look at, especially game plan wise and what we have internally. We've mixed up the lineups here and there. We played several different lineups with multiple ball handlers out there just to kind of maintain and handle the pressure. And been struggling to find something that consistently works, but that's part of our job. So we got to continue to do that. In terms of changing the roster, I don't really want to get into that. I think that what we got to focus on is who we have in this locker room right now, and understanding what we got to do to be the best version of who we are and who we have right now.
Go to Naomi, then Brian, and Zachary.
Coach, to piggyback off of that, what is your message to this fan base who may, be losing hope or not having clarity of what the identity of this team is, given that we're seeing so much consistent issues throughout these games? What would be your message to the fan base that might be losing hope?
Yeah, I think it's fair. I think that we're all frustrated, obviously, but I think that as a fan and sometimes as a player, you're only able to see what's right in front of you. You don't have the whole picture or the whole story. And for us as a staff, we kind of have a big picture outlook. And so for us, as frustrated as we are, we know the work that we put in and that the players put in, most importantly, each day. And so nobody's happy. Nobody is content with where we're at. We continue to show up each day and put in the amount of energy and work to be successful. And it hasn't turned into the results yet, but we're going to keep fighting. And I think that as much as passion and dedication and work ethic is part of this city, I know the will to fight is as well. And so that hasn't been lost amongst us, staff or players. And so we're going to continue to push, continue to work, continue to fight. And I think as a coach, you can't fully invest with outside noise. You got to lock in for your players and stay consistent for them and keep them believing. And I think we do.
Last few with Brian and Zach.
So, Coach, the half-court sets in the first half, you guys were, really getting the ball into Camilla. But what did you see in that third quarter that kind of got out of control for you?
Yeah, I think that we got a couple players that are banged up, so we want to be mindful of minutes. I think that when the game got out of hand there midway through the third, for us it was more preservation at that point, and players were almost at their limit anyway, being on a back-to-back, and so we wanted to be mindful of that. And if the game wasn't as out of hand, then maybe it would have looked different. But we got to be healthy and ready to go into Atlanta tomorrow. We got 3 games in 4 days with LA on that following Tuesday. So we got to be mindful of having healthy bodies so that we can give as good of an effort as we can going into tomorrow's game.
We'll close out with Zachary.
Hey, Coach. Camilla obviously shot 77% from the field today. Her consistency, her flow, her game is just continuing to grow pretty much every single game. What's your assessment of where she's at right now?
Yeah, I think that she asserted herself early today. She was did a really good job of being aggressive once the ball was into her and attacking before they could bring double teams and whatnot. I think that tonight offense, outside of the turnovers when they're pressured, offense wasn't that much of an issue for us today. It was the defensive end. You can't give up 107 points and expect to come out on the higher end of that. So, usually a 86-point effort for us would, that's kind of where we would want to be. That's a really good day for us offensively, but we got to reciprocate that on the defensive end. So obviously we want to cut down the turnovers. I think when you look at the positives and being able to put 86 on the board with the amount of turnovers that we've had, there's still light at the end of the tunnel from that standpoint. It's just going back to a question earlier with the consistency is one game is our offense, one game is our defense. So it's finding opportunities to where both can kind of work hand in hand and be on the better side of it. That's what we're looking for and what we're striving for. So,
thanks everyone.
And there you have it, folks. Tyler Marsh just laid it all out. He didn't sugarcoat a single thing. From turnovers to defensive breakdowns, from Angel Reese getting benched to questions about the roster, he gave us a raw, unfiltered look at what's going wrong inside that Sky locker room. It's clear this team is searching for answers, battling inconsistency on both ends of the floor, and struggling to find its identity. Marsh isn't hiding from the truth. He knows fans are frustrated, and he's not running from the heat. But he made one thing crystal clear: they're not giving up. Not on this season. Not on the fight. And look, whether you're Team Angel or you think it's time to shake up the roster, one thing's for sure: the Chicago Sky story is far from over. So buckle up, because the pressure's on, and if this team doesn't turn it around fast, things could get even uglier. Let me know what y'all think in the comments. Was Tyler Marsh right to bench Angel Reese? Should Chicago blow it up or stay the course? Make sure to like, subscribe, and turn those notifications on, because we've got way more coming right here on TFD.